Hello everyone, welcome to WelcomeTech channel. My name is Elizaveta, and on this channel we are sharing all the important tips and tricks and information that you need to know to apply for different types of visas. Mostly we are focusing on the global talent visa. Today I will be sharing with you three US relocation programs that you can use to relocate yourself without these visas are actually very stable. So in this visa you can get a green card and passport, or you have chance to switch to the green card and to get a passport in the end. So we will not be talking about those unstable ways of getting to the US and being stuck there for some time before you get a green card without a permission to leave the country. So many people do not know that there are more of maybe convenient options to get your blue passport. So I will be talking about the O1 visa, the EB1 and EB2 NIW. Those sound quite difficult, but I will tell you in detail what are these, who can get them, how much does it cost to get them, and some information on what you can do in these visas and what family members can join you. So let's get started. So the first visa I want to speak to you about today is the O1 visa. So the O1 visa is so-called non-immigrational type of the visa. So this is the visa that you can get, and you can live on this status for like 10 years, for example, 15 years in the US, and never get your passport, because it's like non-immigration, it's not a green card. So why am I talking about that at all? Because the O1 visa is one of the easiest visas to get. It doesn't depend on your profession whether you can get this visa or not. You can be an IT professional, you can be a tattoo artist, you can be, you can be involved in space technology. It really does not matter. The only two things that matter is that you have to have an employer in the US, and the second thing is you need to show some of your achievements in your field of professionalism. This could be like some kind of articles about you or your articles. These could be any kind of a contribution to the field. So maybe you have worked in the companies and done something for them. Maybe you have good salary for the kind of professional and the kind of a role you get. So so this could be a different thing. So regarding employment, this is a very difficult thing to get a typical working visa in the US. It's called H-1B. So the only thing that is left is like O1 visa, because it is non-quoted and you can get it anytime you want. And all these achievements that you have to show, this is not a high-level achievements. Any regular person can get this visa if you have an employer in the US. And if you're an entrepreneur, still you can get the O1 visa, because sometimes you can be your own employer if you have a company in the US, for example, or if you are able to open a company in the US with someone with the US passport, for example. So this will make it possible for you to get this visa if you are an entrepreneur even. So this is one of the easiest ways to get to the US actually at this moment. And after you get to the US on O1 visa, you can switch to other types of visas, such as EB1 or EB2, for example. I will tell about them in detail. So regarding the things that you have to know about that. You can only work on the employer that you were given permission to work on. This can be either a company or your own company. You do not have a right to work anywhere else, and if they discover that, the US government discovers that you do, it will be very hard for you to get an O1 visa again, or sometimes even other types of visa. The second thing that you need to know is that your family members, they can move to the US with you, but they cannot work at all. I mean, your wife or husband, your spouse, they cannot work. They can only study in the US, but they have the O3 visa, which doesn't give them permission to work, unfortunately. And this visa actually costs $460 when you apply. And if your petition is approved, you will need to pay $220 more. And there is a possibility of premium processing, which costs $2,500. Which will make your petition be reviewed in 15 days. This is not the best status to be in the US, but it is actually one of the easiest ones to do. Firstly, right? And then you can apply for the green card. Because it is actually a big difference applying outside of the US and applying inside of the US. Because you can do such thing as adjustment of status. Adjustment of status is a legal status that you get when you are waiting for the decision while being in the US on other US visa. And you can get this adjustment of status for 1 year or 2 years, even sometimes when you're waiting for the green card. So the second option is the EB1. So EB1 goes for employment-based first priority. So employment-based doesn't mean that you need to have an employer to get this visa, but it means that based on your employment, based on your achievements, based on the things that you've done in this specific profession, they give you a decision to stay in the US and get a green card. And it doesn't matter, again, what kind of a field you have worked on. You can be a ballerina or you can be a nuclear weapon engineer. It doesn't matter at all. So you will need to show, and if you look at the O1 criteria and EB1 criteria, you'll be surprised that they are completely identical, almost completely identical. This is interesting, but the level of achievements for the EB1 visa should be a little higher, and this is why it is a little bit harder to get. But still, if you're thinking what is the best visa for you, you can contact us for a free consultation. We can help you with this decision. A regular green card that gives you an opportunity to get a passport, minimum in 5 years, that gives you an opportunity to get a green card for your family members, and it gives you an opportunity to actually work on any kind of a job in the US. It could be either a company, you can be an entrepreneur, you can be self-employed, doesn't matter if it's a company inside the US or not. And your family members, they can also get a visa and work in the US without any restrictions, unlike the O1 visa. So how much does it cost? Just one fee that you will need to pay. It's $700 when you are applying, and also sometimes you will need to do some medical analysis that and this fee is very different depending on the country you're from. It doesn't even make sense to talk about that right now, but it's about $200 maybe like that. And there is also a premium processing thing, which also gives you an opportunity to get your decision on your petition in 15 days, and this also costs to $2,500. And now we can talk about EB2 and NIW. So EB2 stands for Employment-Based Second Priority National Interest Waiver. So there are specific types of people who can be useful for the American economy if they come to the US and get their visa. So based on your performance, not on your achievements, they can grant you an visa. This is more of an easy type. This is a visa that is easier to get than an than EB1, because EB1 still goes for some exceptional people. What I mean by that is not that you need to be a genius, but you need to have some achievements in your field. So the EB2 is something for like common people, right? Who are just good employees, and they have good education. They have maybe some recommendations from their prior employers and so on. So this is the visa that you can get, and it's also a green card, so it also gives you an opportunity to work and for your family to move and work too. So the whole route can take you up to 2 years sometimes, maybe from 1 to 2 years. And regarding EB1, it's about 1 year. But and there is also a $700 fee and $2,500 premium processing. But I do not really recommend taking a premium processing on EB2 visa because it doesn't make sense sometimes. Well, I can tell you in detail if you're interested still, or you can contact us for the free consultation. I will tell you why. But still, this is the second option. I think it's easier to get than EB1, but it's a little bit longer to get this. But it's still a good choice. So if you're interested what kind of visa is more suitable for you personally, you can contact us for the free consultation, and we can help you and guide you through all the process, so these immigrational things are more clear to you, because it's not easy. Have a great day and thank you for watching.